Gravitational force and solar system. We have seen in the previous topics that the gravitational force does have an impact on the solar system, and it is the universal force of attraction between the two objects that is known as gravitational force, and how it is understood in the solar system, how the planets with respect to the sun and the satellites with respect to the earth experience this gravitational force. We will see in this topic. Let's see what the solar system consists of. The solar system consists of basically sun, and there are different planets. Let's name them. So this is a solar system. So what happens in the solar system? All the planets move in circular orbits around the sun, and all the satellites, like for example, Earth has a satellite moon, and it also will have artificial satellites as is being sent by the Earth. So all the satellites move in circular orbits around the Earth, the satellites of Earth, and all the planets, Mercury to Neptune, move around the sun in circular orbit. See, they all move in circular orbit because circular orbit the planets move around the sun till Kepler came out with his laws. So we'll deal with it later, but for the current time being, we will say all the planets move in circular orbits. So what happens when they move in circular orbits? The centripetal force from the center of the sun that is acting on center of each planet produces force of attraction. So the centripetal force is the one which will keep the planet in its circular orbit. Exerted by the sun on the planets keeps the planets in circular orbit. This we understood in the earlier topics. So sun is at center and planets revolve around the sun, and the gravitation force of attraction of the sun makes the planets revolve around the sun. So what makes the planets revolve around the sun? It is the gravitational force of attraction. So gravitational force of attraction of sun makes the planets revolve around the sun. Because of the centripetal force, and the planet at each point when it is moving is at its orbit. In the same manner, the gravitational force of attraction of Earth or of planets keeps its satellites move around the planet. Each planet will have its own satellites. So gravitational force of attraction of planet keeps its satellites. So for example, for Earth, moon is a satellite. The moon revolves around the Earth. Because moon is a satellite to Earth and moon revolves around the Earth due to the centripetal force exerted by Earth on the moon. So you can say if sun and Earth are the planets, sun and Earth is the planet, and for Earth, moon is the planet. So basically, if we have sun here at the center of the solar system and Earth is moving in a circular orbit, because Earth moves in a circular orbit, that means Earth moves around the sun in a circular orbit because of the gravitational force of attraction of sun, which is nothing but a centripetal force. In the same manner, the moon, which is the satellite for the Earth, moves around the Earth. if you take an orbit, then it will move around the earth. Now we can also understand from this gravitational pull, how can we physically see this phenomena happening? So one physical evidence for this phenomena of gravitational force between the two objects in the solar system, Sun and Earth and Moon, it is a mutual attraction. Sun exerts on Earth, Earth exerts on Sun gravitational force, as per Newton's third law of motion. So the example that we can see is the tides in the ocean. We see the tides in the ocean rising and falling, and that is happening, the rising and falling of waves. That is what we call it as waves of water level. Gets the name tides or waves. This happens due to the gravitational force of attraction between Sun and Earth and Earth and Moon. So this is happening due to gravitational force. So the force of attraction which the Moon and the Sun show on Earth, exert on Earth, of Sun and Moon on Earth, gives rise to tides in the ocean, rising and falling of water level. So this, coupled with many other observations, and Johannes Kepler, we know, a German scientist, in early 17th century, came out with 3 laws on planetary motion. So he is the one who established that the planets do not move in circular orbit, they actually move in elliptical orbit. We will see it later. But using Kepler's laws, Newton came out and he developed the universal law of gravitation and also the inverse square rule, Newton's inverse square rule, and many other things got established with Kepler's understanding of planetary motion. He basically established the laws, but he did not work on the motion of the planets. The motion of the planets was established by Newton. Newton studied motion of planets. Newton's theory of gravitation is used to explain many things. Let us see what all things it explains. So Newton's theory of gravitation explains motion of planets around the Sun, motion of Moon around the Earth, and the formation of tides in the sea, Kepler's laws of planetary motion, because Kepler only established the laws, but Newton's theory of gravitation explained how Kepler's laws can be utilized and it can be made measurable, and with which he established how to get the motion parameters and how to determine masses of Sun, Earth and the Moon more precisely, and helps in discovering new planets. So till then, till Newton's theory of gravitation came up, it was all in a hypothetical phase. But it became more of a scientific phase wherein it can be given with a proof is only after Newton's theory of gravitation came up. So Newton finally developed, with his understanding of theory, universal law of gravitation. So basically, Galileo, who had given the observation on freely falling bodies, and there is something called a force of attraction by the Earth, but the Earth does not move, and how it will be in the universe. And Newton established this great universal law of gravitation, which had led scientists to go through and find and discover many things in all these areas in the planetary motion. And of course, Newton was ably guided by Johannes Kepler, who was an astronomer, a German mathematician, and he established the three laws of planetary motion, and that became a guiding principle for Newton to come out with his famous law of gravitation.